thought it might be useful to talk through this example email that I received today. We've got to be really careful when we're a salesperson to have a straight back, and what I mean by that is not putting the prospect on a pedestal and treating them like they're God and we're nothing. Okay, because when we do that, we behave like a child. That, if you're aware of transactional analysis, forces someone else to take a parental role, often a critical parent role, and they'll order us around. They won't value our time. They'll ghost us, so you'll suddenly see a client disappearing and not answering questions because they've got everything that they need, and they're not respecting you as an individual. And I think this is an email that is kind of representative of that. Now, obviously I've blurred out people specifics about this person. So straight out the gate it says, "Hey Paul, I'm not a big fan of hey." We'll talk a bit more about that in a second. And then straight in with, "I hope you're well." Right? I don't believe it. I don't think this person gives a damn about whether or not I'm well or not. They don't know me, so they don't know if I'm well or not. But to me, this is a big flag that this is a salesperson trying to sell me something. Right? They're the only people that say "I hope you're well." No one else says that, apart from maybe people in supermarkets. But I don't think he actually cares. And what this does is it instantly puts my wall up. I'm now ready to be attemptedly sold something that I maybe don't need. And the only reason that they've done that is because they don't really know how else to start the sentence. So it's probably just become a reflex. They probably don't even realise that they're doing it. So I would just get rid of that completely. Then we're moving on. It says, "Sorry for interrupting you." I don't like sorry. I don't think we should ever say sorry. If we're ever going to apologise, we should say apologies, because it's more adult tone. But sorry for interrupting you when you're probably really busy. Again, that's putting me and my time on a higher pedestal than the salesperson's time. Okay, this salesperson is now kind of grovelling, and they're not valuing their own time. To be honest, if I'm the client, I'm presumably the one with the problem and they've presumably got the solution. So actually, if anything, I should be begging them for their time because they've got a solution to a problem that's bugging me. They don't have the problem. So don't put me on a pedestal. Don't say sorry for interrupting me. Next bit I don't mind. I was wondering if we could find some time to talk about a new product we're launching that I think will be really helpful to you. Okay, that's good. That says the reason I'm getting in touch is because it doesn't give me any examples, or I would prefer a bit of a story here so that I can put myself in that story. But it's not too bad. But then we get back into the subservient tone with, "Please can you give me a call when you have some time," almost like this salesperson's going to be sat there waiting for my call. My time is more valuable than his. I don't believe that. The use of "please" straight out of that sentence is a begging and bothering kind of tone. And then we cap it all off with a really subservient, "I really appreciate it." Not just "I appreciate it," but "I really appreciate it." That sounds very needy. We should behave like we want the business, but not like we need it. And this really sounds very needy. So I've just put something down that I would have maybe preferred to receive and would have resonated better with me, but you might have different opinions. So straight out the gate, we've got just Paul, no "Hey Paul" or "Hi Paul", just Paul. It's actually more commanding as an opener to an email just to put their name and a comma. It gets my attention more. It's more instructional to me. Pay attention, Paul, this is something you want to read. And then we've got a little bit more of a story-based approach. I was talking with a client this morning and I think I should mention it to you too. We launched a new product that he was really excited about, but hadn't realised it was something we could help him with. He said it was going to increase his team's productivity by nearly 50%. You might not find it as useful as he does, but if it would be helpful, you can book 15 minutes in my calendar here to discuss it in more detail. So what's going on in my attempt at the email? So we've still got the kind of informational, this is what it's about. We launched a new product that he was really excited about. But down here, we've got you might not find it as useful as he does, right? That means that takes me off the table as being a salesperson, a salesy person. I'm not just trying to sell anything to anyone. I'm not trying to sell ice to the Eskimos because they don't need it, okay? I'm trying to solve problems. You may not find this as helpful as he does, but if it's useful, you can book time with me. There's some specificity, a quote. He said it's going to improve his productivity by nearly 50%. This middle bit here kind of creates other people are doing this, other people are finding value in it. It might make this recipient feel like they're missing out. People like to feel that they're not, often they like to feel like they're not the guinea pig, that other people are also doing this, and it increases the curiosity. The whole email, in the same way as the first one, doesn't actually say what the solution is, which is good, because what our aspirations for this email are to book time to talk about it. And then there's this very, very helpful big kind of URL at the bottom. This is how you can book time with me, but only if it's useful for the recipient. Yeah, if it would be helpful. It might not be useful, but if it is, here's an easy way of you doing it. Hopefully this is helpful and a useful way to think about how you structure your emails.